Hello to all you nifty nerds, gaming goons, and joystick jockeys out there in Pixelland. This is the Double Shift, the show where seasoned game industry vets talk about the rare exotic animals that you can own at home. But before we get to that, we will talk about video games just a little bit. I am your host, Mikey, aka DJ Boom Selecta, along with my friend, former colleague, and current assistant weekend vice president of the Quoting the Movie Half Baked Unofficial
Oh
Fan
God,
Club, Danelle.
I
Say
know.
hello, Danelle.
Hello, Danelle.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantabulous. How are you?
I'm doing fantabulous as well. Thank you for
Wonderful.
asking. Wonderful. This has been great. Thank you for listening to our podcast. That's all the
We'll
time we
see you
have for
next
today.
time. No,
Yep. And with us, as always, is producer Jeff. No need for him to say hello, or for us, or anyone for that matter, to say hello to him.
no name Jeff.
No Name Jeff. That's his punk rock name, in fact. No Name Jeff. Remember DJ No Name?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was a radio DJ in our area growing up, but
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Yep. But we'll move
Oh,
on. KOME, Live 105, Alice.
oh yeah, yeah. I know all those.
Just naming shit now. That's what old people do.
KSJO.
KSJO, loved it. Yeah, when you get old, you just name shit that you remember, and you go,
We
oh
do.
man, everything was better back then.
We sound like a Geico. Is it Geico or Progressive where they do the like, don't act like your parents and like, no, no, no.
Right, it's one of them. Yeah,
I do a
so
lot of that stuff on there. I'm like, oh my God, I am turning into my parents.
we are old. Well, I am.
Expired. Expired.
Yeah, I. Speaking of old stuff,
Mm.
today's episode is going to be talking about old shit, so that's kind of fun. I'm going to reference a lot of old shit. This is not a video game
Mm.
podcast. It is that we're old now and we remember shit that we liked when we were
I
kids, or
know.
Mikey remembers shit that he liked when he was a kid, and Danelle goes, "I don't know if I remember that."
Well,
But
I'll have something to say about it though, so
yes, exactly. That's why you're here, and that's why we love you. And
that's
in
why
this
we're
week's
here.
episode, well, I don't know about Jeff. In this week's episode, blandly titled "Meet 'em Up to Beat 'em Up." Shout out to Ron
Oh.
Bondak for that. Ron Bondoc, sorry. Um, we will talk about all things beat 'em up. Do you
Oh.
now?
This
It's
sounds
kind of
like domestic
cheating.
violence.
Yeah, it's kind of a domestic violence genre. We'll kind of get into that. I mean,
Oh
not maybe
no.
necessarily directly, but there's a lot of themes
Oh gosh.
in beat 'em up that are I think are silly, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
All right.
The genre, which was popularized in the late 1980s and exploded in the early 90s, saw us lose many quarters, kept us up all night at sleepovers. Shout out Streets of Rage 2. Gave us banging soundtracks.
Huh.
Again, shout out Streets of Rage 2. And had some weird tropes that give them their charm, as well as us fans getting to ask important questions like, what the fuck? So keep that question in mind as we go through some of these
Oh, I
segments.
am.
Um, do you have any questions besides what the fuck so far, Danelle?
I do not.
Okay, that's the only question.
That's the only question. It's the only one that matters.
It is. So you, as we maybe touched on last week, aren't familiar with beat 'em ups necessarily.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
Okay,
Uh,
we'll see if we can trigger any memories
yep.
as we go along.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm excited.
so I'll go to my first segment, which is a brief history of my introduction to beat 'em ups. Because being a Leo, what do I like to talk about more than anything?
Yourself.
Myself. That's basically what it's also. So this podcast is about being old and remembering shit, and me. Uh,
Perfect. Perfect.
perfect. Oh yes, please more Street Fighter sounds, please, as we go through this.
Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. No, that was my Chun Li, but that was not very good.
That was actually the Muppets, the alien Muppets from
Oh
Sesame Street.
no.
That's what you just did. So, um,
Muppets from Sesame Street? Isn't that two different things?
no, the alien. No, first of all, okay. Now
Oh.
we're just getting off topic here, but I have to correct you. Sesame Street characters are Muppets.
Oh. It's not
That's
just like
just
a thing, like a
that they are Jim Henson products.
is
Yeah.
Sesame Street a Jim Henson thing?
Oh my God, Danelle.
I
Oh my
I
God.
Well, we can talk about this another
That is
time.
the most ridiculous question I've heard in my entire life.
I
I'm gonna
had no
let
idea.
I'm gonna let it slide if you can do uh, an Elmo impression.
Oh gosh.
You have one?
No. I was trying to think about it. No.
Oh!
There you go.
Yeah,
See?
that was Danelle, and I'll do my Big Bird impression, which is hi. So it's
I
just saying
told you you're
hi.
better with impressions than I am, so you just go right ahead.
Well, that's the fun part. People who aren't that
I
good at
know.
them doing them.
Hear how ridiculous I sound?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in shock. I don't know if I can move on to the first segment, but I'm going to. Let's
Silk the
step away from the
Shocker?
Muppets for 1 second. It's
No.
crazy that that question was asked. But, if you grew up in the arcades in the late 80s and early 90s, you could not escape the beat 'em up game craze.
Hmm.
I played a ton of them in the arcades and often rented these titles. Who remembers renting?
Rented.
You remember
Oh
renting
gosh, of
things?
course. I was too
Absolutely.
poor to rent things though.
Oh, poor to know. Um, yeah, or okay, you could have borrowed. You could have borrowed a game. Oh, actually,
Mm.
no, I'll get into that. The borrowing is a lost art. I won't get into it too
Oh,
much, but
all right.
I'm quite familiar with that genre, and I actually still enjoy those games to this day. And for me, this all started with the first video game to be classified as a beat 'em up, at least
Okay.
according to the internet. And I have a prop. We're not doing like film, so the
Oh,
audience
you would
can't
have
see
a
it.
Nintendo case and
I got
everything.
the little black sleeve, and I got Kung Fu. That
Wow.
is the first beat 'em up. Do you remember Kung Fu at all?
Not really.
Ah,
It sort of looks familiar, but
that's okay. That's all right. Some history for you, Danelle. Originally known as Kung Fu Master, quite a different
it
name than
sounds
Kung Fu.
familiar.
The NES port was shortened to Kung Fu, and it gave us this laugh sound effect when the boss beat you.
Oh God.
Um, so it was, yeah, nightmare fuel. I played the crap out of that as a kid. We didn't
Mm,
own it, but we borrowed games from neighbors. Truly a lost art.
mm.
Did you not borrow
Yeah.
games from neighbors?
Actually, people borrowed games from me,
Oh,
and I never got my. Oh, I don't even know what game it was back. I also never got my Game Genie back that someone borrowed.
oh, that sucks. Who
But
was
yeah, I
who
was
was
like the one kid on the block that actually the one kid on the block. Hey, I should start that band name. Who had a console, and so people would come over to my house and like play the games, and then yeah, borrow my games, and they would just not return. But
That's terrible. But
that
yeah,
was
you were too broke to rent, but you owned. Now this is getting confusing here. You owned
yeah. This was
stuff.
getting yeah. I was this was probably older though. This is like when I was in high school.
This was yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yesterday,
Yes.
all my troubles. Anyways.
Nice. Beatles, best band ever. And since Jeff can't
Oh,
talk or won't talk, he's not here to
not
refute
according to
that.
John
But
Simpson.
not according to John Simpson. Shout out John Simpson.
Yeah, shout out John Simpson.
But yeah, I borrowed Kung Fu all the time. Um, and like I showed you, I have a copy for
Yeah.
right now. It's not the obviously like one I had when
Did
I
you
was a
rent it from
kid.
a person or an actual like Blockbuster or like a local store?
You borrowed from people, you rented from local stores.
Oh,
Rangoon
what? You
Video
know
and
what?
Pager.
Okay.
Rangoon Video and Pager was my local store. Do you know what they had besides videos and video games? Pagers that you could buy. So that was my.
Yeah, I still remember my old pager number
What was it?
2310389.
What's your current ATM pin?
Not
Almost,
telling you
almost,
that.
almost got him. 333 3. Um,
Never. That'd be too easy for people to figure that out.
yeah. Next would be after Kung Fu. The next beat 'em up would
Next.
actually be Renegade.
I can't see.
You
It's a little
can't
off the
see?
camera. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Um,
I've heard of this one too.
and look who owned it, Joey.
Joey. Do you know
Um,
who that was?
no, I don't know.
You
I
like that
bought
when you
this.
got it?
You know what? I actually bought this in Las Vegas the last time we had a work trip with MZ.
Oh, that little that store that was downstairs?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. $5.
Oh.
Um,
No.
so yeah, Renegade was another beat 'em up. Double Dragon. I actually
I know
got
Double
yelled.
Dragon.
Yeah, of course. I knew you would remember Double Dragon. I actually got yelled by my coach during soccer practice when I was a kid because I
Mm.
told him I would rather be home playing my new copy of Double Dragon 2 than doing these stinking warm ups So I had
Because
to
you
do
were
laps.
chasing the dragon.
Yeah, I was chasing the
Oh.
Double Dragon. Games were like crack back then for kids, so I
See, I
was.
was too shy to go to the arcade, which is why I never really like played a lot of these games. I was
I
too
see.
shy as a kid. I didn't want to go in there and either like see other kids, and I had a lot of social anxiety, and I didn't want to play with other kids or go in there or if they were playing on it or wait or ask if I could play. So I didn't. When I went to the arcade, I played mini golf. I actually didn't actually play the arcade, so.
That's incredibly sad, but I mean, like, what's sadder about that, like, just from the video growing up video game nerd perspective, is that you grew up possibly in the stinkiest town in America, but with
How dare you? That was Alviso.
oh, that's true. The greatest, one of the greatest arcades was Milpitas Golfland.
Yeah. So I've
Especially,
heard.
yeah, especially if you were into fighting games like the Street Fighters and the Mortal Kombats. There was like,
Yeah.
celebrities, quote unquote, that would go to play fighting games
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah. I went to
fighting
school with
game.
one of them.
What's that?
So I went to school with one of them.
Right. Um,
But yeah, I was too shy.
Too shy. I keep waiting because your thing is like hearing a word and it
I
triggers you
know.
singing something, and you're saying too shy, and you're not singing too shy by Kaja Juju.
What? What the heck
Oh,
is that?
too shy,
No,
hush
I was
hush.
thinking Shy the group, the guy Shy.
SHAI.
AI? Yes,
Ah,
exactly. Hmm.
nice. This is
Well, you were on track though. You were right. I did have something in my mind, but I was like trying to think of a Shy song, but
right. That's okay.
I know.
We
Next
need
time.
harmony actually for a shy song, and it's just that we need like a three-part harmony at least.
Mm.
Um, but anyways, all those
Continue,
games I
sir. Yes.
yes, no. All those games I mentioned have two important things that they introduced to the beat 'em up genre, which are
Okay.
street punks
Mm.
and stealing girlfriends.
Oh gosh.
And so we'll get to that later. They may have
Perfect.
introduced some important mechanics as well, but we just want to talk about the silly shit, not the important design nerd shit. We're just going
Mm.
to talk about all the goofiness.
Goofy.
Let's talk about me for a second. Where I really fell in love with the beat 'em up genre was at my local liquor store. Uh,
What?
this was a time when arcade cabinets were everywhere. I mentioned in the last episode that I was raised in the arcades, and oftentimes I would have micro arcade experiences because stores like 7-Eleven had the best
I
arcade
know. I don't think
games.
mine did.
Oh man, well you did grow up in the stinkiest,
Oh my
worst
god.
worst place in America, so
How dare you?
so that's fine. Uh, but like, yeah, like 7-Eleven's always had arcades.
Yeah, yeah, I remember
Like
that, but
Street Fighter 2, NBA Jam, like they were packed. Um, so
yeah.
my local liquor store growing up was Stop and Go at the time.
Oh my gosh, I had to stop and go too in Milpitas.
I was just gonna say, I think everyone had a stop and go, and like not stop and go, stop the
No,
letter N
in.
go.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Eventually, it would turn into Quick Buy Market. It's important to bring that up because in high school, I discovered that I could buy all the products at this store without ever getting ID'd, and that's something that
Oh
made me quite
no.
popular because it didn't work for any other. Like none of my other friends could pull that trick off. I don't know what it was. Um,
The lady at my stop and go thought I was stealing something one time, and so we went up and she was like, "Let me see your hands and in your pockets." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I saw you put that candy in your pocket. I saw you stealing, and I was like, "What?" I don't know why she like singled me out or what she thought I was doing. I've never stole anything. I don't know why she thought that, but I never wanted to go back there again. It
I
was
was
really
just about
weird.
to ask if you've ever stolen anything after that, but
Well, I played the fifth.
okay.
I might have at Mervin's.
Oh, who hasn't stolen anything from Mervin's? One of those Bugs Bunny Tasmanian Devil crisscross shirts or something from back in the
Oh
day with
my
your local
gosh.
sports teams. Who hasn't
Yes, I was
stolen
just
one?
watching Space Jam last night. I don't know
Nice.
why that made me think of Space Jam, but because of
Well,
the
Looney
animal.
Tunes, yeah.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
We're all a little loony. That's
Awesome. Feels good to get that out of your system.
uh
Um, so I remember going to Stop and Go just to
yeah.
get snacks, and snacks, of course, is spelled with an X. And one day, seeing that they had arcade machines, I was pretty little. Um, Of course, I would beg my parents for some quarters every time we would go there. I would scrounge for quarters in the couch cushions and outside just to
Oh
be able to play
gosh.
arcade games. So they had two
Yeah.
machines: Willow, based on the movie
Willow.
Willow,
Yeah.
and
What?
Final Fight. And I think I tried Willow first and I liked it, but holy shit, Final Fight.
I don't know that
Um,
one.
so I'll educate you, Danelle, since you don't know anything about Final Fight or
Preach.
video games.
Yeah.
Um, Final Fight is, of course, the story of Metro City, where everyone is a street punk and likes to steal people.
Street.
But once a pro wrestler, Mike Hager, becomes mayor, he cleans all that shit up. But the Mad Gear Gang didn't like that, so they tried to bribe Mayor
Mad
Hager.
Gear Gang.
That's what they're called, the Mad Gear Gang. Hager did not play that shit, so they stole his daughter. And Hager was like, "Fuck that noise," and called his daughter's boyfriend, a fighter named Cody. And Cody's friend Guy, his name is Guy, who apparently was a ninja in training in the '80s. I don't know.
Everybody was a ninja in training in the 80s. Are you kidding me?
That is true. I don't know why I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
After you kind of clarified that, that makes sense. Cody was also kind of Guy's frenemy. I don't know. They had a weird sort of relationship, but they all three of them go after the Mad Gear Gang, who apparently have hundred, if not thousands, of members who all kind of look the same. So that's like that pretty much sums up the story, quote unquote, of Final Fight.
Wow.
And probably like dozens more beat 'em up games as well. It's probably that same story. You go through, you beat up these street punks until you get the girl back.
Yeah.
The bad
Makes
guy who steals the girl and is the first level boss actually used to haunt my dreams. His name is Thrasher Damned, or just Damned. He looks like what I imagine every gang member in the 1980s looked like, but like on steroids.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, no, you should. He's pretty fun. I used to draw him all the time, actually, but I can't draw because
Thrasher Damned?
Thrasher Damned, Damnd. But when I drew him, he just looked like a buff banana, kind of. But
I see. What the heck?
yeah, that's quite the character. It haunts my dreams still. Hager is the fucking dope
Ew.
character, though. You can see a lot of Zangief from Street Fighter 2 in Hager. But yeah, Hager's cool. He wears pants and suspenders
He
and
wears
no
pants.
shirt, and that's cool. Final Fight was actually kind of the sequel to the first Street Fighter, which nobody played. Not even the free cabinet at Nickel City. Shout out Nickel City.
Nickel City, wow.
Oh yeah, there are lots of shout outs in my ramblings.
Was there more than one Nickel City? I went to the one that was like on the south side.
There was more than one because I went
Okay.
to Nickel City as a kid and I didn't go to the South Side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed away from that.
South side is nicer than east side.
Well, that's true, but Santa Clara is nicer than everywhere. Not anymore.
I really don't know much about Santa Clara, honestly, so.
Yeah, Santa Clara Niners.
Oh gosh, how dare you.
But yeah, Capcom. So it was like kind of a sequel to Street Fighter, kind of not. Capcom obviously would make an actual Street Fighter 2 and change the world of video games forever.
Now,
and
that
ruin
one
my
I
life.
played.
Yeah, who hasn't played Street Fighter 2? Final Fight still technically is part of the Street Fighter universe. If you dig deep enough, you can find all that history and tie-ins between the two series. I'm not going to go into that right now, but if anyone is interested, there's tons of YouTubes and readings that you can find. The
Oh, it even
tie-ins
looks
there.
like the same kind of like writing.
Yeah, and it's like the same like people basically that worked on both, and all that kind of stuff. And so,
Oh yeah, that's the genre. Beat 'em up.
yeah, beat 'em up to beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up. Beat 'em up.
Final Fight at my liquor store was eventually replaced by Street Fighter 2, and I was devastated when I first learned about that because I didn't know what Street Fighter 2 was, but that didn't last long because Street Fighter 2, like I said, ruined my life, and I would spend a lot of quarters in a lot of liquor stores and arcades on Street Fighter 2.
And that's how you
In fact,
became an alcoholic.
Yeah, and then I bought beer in high school at that same liquor store. Street Fighter 2 ruined my life. Could be our first piece of merch, by the way, Jeff. If you want to get on that, like a T-shirt or a sticker. Street Fighter 2
That's
ruined
hilarious.
my life.
I like it.
The Double Shift podcast. Yeah, I like that.
It's pretty funny.
So just one other thing about that liquor store.
Oh yeah.
I
That's the one.
mentioned that I eventually bought booze there in high school, and I also mentioned that there was a character named Guy. Those are two important things. So in high school, every time I walked in there, the old man that worked there during the day, because that's mostly when I went, like during the afternoon, he
Yeah.
would always greet me like this: "Hello, Guy." The exact same time every time. I loved it. I was just, oh,
Oh
I can't wait to
God.
hear "Hello, Guy."
Wow.
And then so eventually like I'm the youngest of five kids, but the
Oh
brother
wow.
who's
I
right
didn't
above
realize.
me in age,
Hmm.
uh, every time he would come home, I would go, "Hello, Guy," and then he would say that, and that would be kind of our, the way we would say hi to each other. We would say, "Hello, Guy," but
Oh my God.
somehow over the years, his nickname in the family, even to this day, became Guy. I don't know how he.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know how
funny.
he. I mean, I kind of forced it, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
I'm Guy. I'm fucking Guy because
Yo,
I'm the
that's me,
one.
man.
No, but like I kind of pushed it onto him, and every once in a
Oh,
while, my mom will even call him, like, refer to him as Guy, anyways.
that's hilarious.
Anyways,
Look what
but
you
Final
did.
Fight, Stop and Go,
Look what
and
you did.
buying booze underage all are linked together. But
Hmm.
anyways, there's a lot of themes in these Final Fight type games that you're going to kind of notice in some of our segments, and we'll get to that. But first, we got to
First.
go to Danelle's favorite segment,
Oh no.
which is Gamer Snacks.
Snacks? 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 Oh, it is
Snacks
about
is
lunchtime for me. What do you got
Yeah,
today?
same. Snacks is, again, I remind everyone, snacks is spelled with an X because extreme, not the band, not
Extreme.
yeah, exactly, extreme. 41 years old, and you shouldn't be eating that shite anymore.
Yeah.
Um, I am talking about Round Table Pizza.
Oh yes, my favorite.
I knew you'd be excited. Round Table Pizza.
Yeah.
It might not be a national. I don't think it's
The
national.
original one was in Menlo Park.
That's right. That's a little bit of
I've been to
history
that one
from
a bunch of
Danelle.
times.
Um, I think it's more of a West Coast thing or a Western U.S. thing.
Yeah, for sure it is.
But if you know, you fucking know. Sports theme
Mm-hmm.
parties, dining for dollars, all those
Mm-hmm.
damn coupon mailers. Because let's face it, you only go
Mm-hmm.
to Round Table when you have a coupon.
I know.
Uh,
They're pretty expensive.
but in terms of this show, most importantly, birthday parties at the ones with
Mm.
arcades, right? We got to tie it in. We
Yeah.
got to we got to let a reminder for folks. Gamer Snacks is where we take snacks and we pair it like a fine wine with
Oh
high end food
yeah.
to a video game. So this one's kind of cheating because I'm talking about a whole ass restaurant and not a specific snack. But it's gonna make sense soon. I think
Okay.
when we get to our pairing. But first,
Okay.
Round Table pizzas. The pizza's decent. I think it tasted
How
better maybe
dare
back in the
you?
day. The pizza's good. It's not bad at all.
Oh,
But
it's still my favorite.
I think it's probably the best of the well-established pizza chains, especially like back in the day. It
Did you
is
guys have a
salty.
Magoo's pizza where you were?
Sorry, oh
So
what?
Magoo's. So
Magoo's?
when I grew up in Milpitas, we actually had a Magoo's pizza, and that's where we kind of used to go. And they had like arcades in there and
No,
stuff.
no, we didn't have a Magoo's, but
Mm,
that's fine. You got me on that one. I got you with pizza and pipes last week, so
yeah. Sorry, continue, sir.
we grew up in different areas. How dare we?
Well, I didn't know
Um,
there was a stop and go anywhere else but in Milpitas. I had no idea that was like a thing somewhere else. So I thought I'd try my luck with Magoo's.
there's literally a stop and go, I think, in every city, or there was at least.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
Round
no,
table, go.
the pizza's good. It's salty as fuck, so you need to wash
No,
it
it's
down with
not.
a fountain root beer. All right,
Oh,
fountain root beer is
Dad's root beer, Barg's root beer. What's the root beer here?
definitely not Dad's. Dad's is trash.
Mug,
Uh, I guess Barks or Mugs, like whatever they had in the fountain. I think it was probably
A and
Barks.
W.
And yeah, A&W. Either like any root beer besides Dad's.
Yeah,
Um,
this is
it's
terrible.
I think the best soda to
Sorry,
drink with
Dads.
pizza. That's not an opinion, Danelle. It's fucking science. IBC root beer, fantastic.
Oh, what about sarsaparilla? That's not considered root beer, right?
It's not, no, and I don't know how old you think we are or our audience, but
Well, I
no
guess I
one,
am older than you, so
literally no
get
one's
off
had,
my lawn.
yeah, literally no one's had sarsaparilla before.
I did. There's
Um,
a pizza place over in Berkeley that they serve sarsaparilla. Actually, that I would get.
Well, that fucking makes sense. Those dirty hippies.
How dare you? I
Sorry,
love
my bad.
Berkeley.
My bad. Um, yeah, if you were lucky, you get the small crunchy ice in the soda machine. That makes the liquor even better.
Oh.
It really doesn't get
Mm.
much better than that ice. But again, we're not. I'm not here for the pizza,
I
anyways. I
am
mean,
now.
I'll take like 6 slices or whatever. I'm not a monster, but I'm here for the salad bar and the
Oh
garlic twist.
gosh. I
Wait,
never had salad with my pizza. That was like never a thing, and I feel like it's weird people that do that. And every time I hang out with my friends, they're always, let's get salad with pizza. I'm like, why? It's
bro,
weird.
bro. Let me tell you something. Putting salad on pizza is goated. All right,
Goated? What the
and
heck does that
oh,
mean?
geez, you are old. It means it's like the best.
Oh,
Um,
like goat. Oh,
go,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah, goaded, goaded.
Oh, I should have realized that.
It's okay.
It sounds dirty, actually. I don't
Are you
know.
not like a salad bar fan then? Do you like salad bars?
From Sizzler.
Oh, but just hold your horses. You know what? I may have asked
Oh.
too early.
Oh. Well, it's
Anyways,
okay, but to continue with your salad and breadsticks, is that what you said too?
yeah, Round Table, their salad bar for me, anyways, and their garlic twist with ranch.
Oh, the garlic twist. That's right. I forgot about
No,
those.
I was hoping we get it. Ew, it tastes like feet, but that's okay.
Oh.
I'll mention ranch again.
I'll admit I've dipped it in the ranch sometimes with theirs. I mean,
Yeah, it
bread
tastes like.
sometimes is too bready. You need a little sauce with it. I would prefer marinara though,
You know,
but
you could do marinara. That's fine. That's fine. You can do that.
man, you're making me. I'm gonna have pizza
I
tonight.
know.
It
I'm
is
getting hungry
Friday.
too. So I love salad bars and I don't give a fuck. I'm still a man,
You
goddamn
like
it.
tossing
But
salads. That's what it really
yeah, well,
is about.
a good salad bar just makes my day.
Huh.
Um,
I would have
so
never guessed.
Danelle, I'm gonna do some shout outs. If you could, after each shout out, make like an air horn noise or like a boop boop or
Oh.
some sort of sound, I would appreciate that. Yeah. So shout out Sizzler. Shout out Fresh Choice.
Oh my.
And shout out Sweet Tomatoes.
Oh gosh, even another bum bum bum.
And Danelle, do you have any salad bar shout outs you would like to do? And if you do you have any sounds you would like me to make after?
You can do whatever sound you like, but no, Sizzler was it.
Okay.
I've only been to Sweet Tomato. They didn't really have any where I like lived ever. Like, so I've only really went there maybe twice, if ever.
Right,
Fresh
right.
Choice. I was never a salad person. I was growing. I mean, I probably only maybe really started eating salads the last 5 to 10 years. I was never a salad bar person. I don't know.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, the target gaming audience, probably most of them aren't salad people either. But this is about round table. I just happen to like the salad bar. Um,
That's fair.
listen,
I'm just the odd woman out.
no, I might be the
Nah, you're
more,
the
yeah.
majority.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna turn people on to the round table salad bar though. It's small but mighty. The way
Mm-hmm.
they chop all of their veggies, especially the mushrooms, is perfection. The veggies are chopped large, and the
Mm.
ranch sticks to it so perfectly. The lettuce seems fresh and it's crunchy, but
Sticky.
kind of wet at the same time, which is weird, but it fucking works. They
Wet
have
bread.
hella toppings too. Wet bread, shout out Utah. Bacon bits,
Bah,
sunflower
bah,
seeds,
bah.
croutons. Thank you. I mean, yeah, dude. I don't know. I've had round table salad bar sessions where I've gone back like 4 or 5 times because it's an all you can eat kind of thing, and I love it. And then the garlic twist.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, nobody does it better. Should I sing? Should I sing now?
Yeah.
Nobody does it better than the fucking
Oh.
garlic twist at round table.
Oh man, I want some.
They're soft. They have a light crisp, and they're cheesy,
Yeah.
and they're garlicky and
Yeah, they're
twisty.
definitely garlicky. Oh, they're twisty. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
and they're
do the
big.
twist.
They don't come with enough because everyone wants them, so you get more, and they pair perfect with ranch. Ranch, 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 fucking ranch, you
Oh
know.
gosh, no. I mean, whatever. You just go
Um,
ranch yourself.
so
I don't even
after
know
the
what
show,
that meant.
between pitchers of root beer and the good ice, your first salad bar trip, and a twist and a half, still waiting for the pizza, you're gonna hit the arcade. Now this is where we're gonna pair our gamer snack to our game.
Okay.
In this arcade, magically has a game called Knights of the Round. Fuck yeah.
Mmm.
Knights of the Round was a beat 'em up made by Capcom, and it fucking rules. Playing as King Arthur himself and two of his Chad-faced buddies, you pull out Excalibur because you're a fucking stud, and Merlin's like, dope, now go commit regicide because Homeboy is evil and Britain needs to be saved.
Regicide? What'd you just say?
Regicide, that's like not anything against our friend Reggie, but it's
That's
like
what I was thinking, but
it's when you unalive a king.
oh,
Yeah.
you just learned it me today. You should add
I
that
did.
in here too. You should like vocabulary that I don't know.
Right, yeah, that's that would be good. Remembering shit and teaching Danelle the word of the day.
Yeah,
I
word of
probably
the
didn't
day.
even-
There you go.
I probably didn't even say it right.
I'm sorry, I keep sidetracking you. Continue.
No.
Knights of the Round Table. Pizza?
Knights of the Round is a beat 'em up, just like Final Fight, except you get weapons that can level up, and you can ride horses. Riding horses is dope. What do you think about horses?
I
Danelle?
love horses. We on the last segment I said that.
Yeah, we're gonna have you say that every show.
I just
Um,
might.
So Round Table Pizza, if you don't know, is a King Arthur's Knights of the Round themed pizza place. So when you were with your family and you're waiting for pizza and playing Knights of the Round, I mean, it doesn't get any much better than that. So that's my snack game pairing. Now, what are your thoughts? What would you rate that snack game pairing?
A 10 out of 10.
All right, that means it's perfect.
I'm with it. Yes, this one was right up my. Well, I'll say last week also snacks was also right up my alley. But I mean, I'm with you on this one, 100%.
I think I'll get Roundtable at some point this week. I think what I'll do after each gamer snack recommendation
Is eat it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even though I did get a tum tum ache, I did eat Bagel Bites last week after the same day we did our episode, like at like 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
And then like fell asleep on the couch. So yeah, I don't know.
For
I mean,
me, it's I can't have pizza nowadays without red pepper flakes. I have to have red pepper flakes on my pizza, and that's what actually gets my stomach upset. I can't do like a lot of spicy really anymore. And I love spicy, but pizza itself doesn't really like upset my stomach. But man, that red pepper flake. But I can't not. So I'm just gonna keep hurting myself.
I wonder if red pepper flakes on Bagel Bites actually that might not be. Bad.
I know. I don't even know if I've actually done that,
That might be
but
bad. Huh.
that would doubly upset your stomach.
Maybe there was a lot of other things in the stomach that day. I think that's more so what it was, but
Okay, little Kim.
yeah.
Woo!
That's why you're here to know for that statement right there.
I apologize to little Kim because I love your music.
Oh, don't apologize to her. She's fine.
She
Jeff and I have had
Honorary
many,
motherfucker.
many conversations about Lil Kim in our friendship, but so yeah, that's that. And with that, I'm going to move on to our next segment. If you're ready to know,
Nope,
okay,
I'm never ready.
We'll wait for you until you're ready.
Just go.
Thank you. Next segment is called Beat 'em Up Food, or I'm in the villain and I'm healing myself.
Oh my gosh,
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize.
that was good.
Thank you.
I've said worse.
Yeah. Shout out Mac Dre. So one major kind of theme in beat 'em up games is how you heal yourself, how you regain your health bar. It's almost always food. From eating a pizza in the
Oh,
Teenage
yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game to busting open a trash can to reveal a whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter. That's how you heal yourself. And I ask, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why is there a whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter in a trash can?
Well,
More absurdly, why is there also one when I busted open a lamppost? I busted open a lamppost. There's a whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter that fell out
definitely
of the
would be
lamppost.
convenient for Thanksgiving. I wish I could do that.
Well, I have a theory. I wrote this rant here
Oh,
on
gosh.
food actually a long time ago. So okay, like the trash can makes sense, right? Rich people throw out perfectly good shit
What?
all the time.
Okay.
The fact that I got to it before some soul who hasn't eaten for days, I guess is good for me, since it was able to magically negate the effects of me being punched in the face, hit with a steel pipe, or having a knife thrown into my chest. I eat this whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter, and I'm healed.
Makes
so-
sense.
that situation has some sense of reality in it. Although I didn't have to. I guess I why did I break the trash can? Why couldn't I have just opened the lid? But whatever.
Yeah,
It's hard to think when you're
you're
like being attacked by
destructive.
street punks. You know what I mean? Wearing neon
Yeah,
jackets. I guess.
it's true.
But how did the whole ass turkey on the silver platter get into a lamppost? Someone had to put it there, but why and
Yeah,
how? And
I guess a light cooked it.
what? Oh, yeah, I guess it's like a heat lamp, I guess.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like a heat lamp.
So,
A
you
turkey
know,
flew into the lamp, and then it sat there, and then it cooked itself, and then you happened to bust it open after it was ready to go.
oh, okay, all right. So we've debunked
There
the
you go.
lamppost.
Yep.
I have more questions though.
Do turkeys fly?
Uh, Hardly.
So then there goes that theory, but
Yeah, that's
maybe
okay.
hopped up on a ladder or something.
Yeah, there was like a step ladder into the opening of
Someone
the
kicked it up
lamppost.
there.
Yeah.
Stupid
Um,
turkey.
I
Jive
still,
turkey.
I still have more questions though, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Why is the sky blue?
Yeah, exactly. So one whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter stashed in the street. I think that's reasonable. Stranger things have happened. Why is the entire city now filled with whole ass cooked turkeys on a silver platter? Was there a recall on turkeys and the people in the
Oh
city found
God.
out about it on Thanksgiving after they've already cooked it, so they dispose of it on the silver platter because that's now tainted as well, seemingly all at once? It seems like everyone did it at once. A lot of trash cans were full, so now they have to find places like barrels, light posts, telephone booths, wherever they can find a new home for it. Yet somehow, even though this is tainted meat, it heals me. It heals my flesh wounds. It's all right. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of
Sounds like this is
wonderment.
where the homeless people need to go, though.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. Metro City in Final Fight. Right.
Whole cooked turkey town. This sounds like a good idea.
Danelle, I have more questions though,
Okay,
and this is gonna get weird. Just so you know.
it's now gonna get weird.
Yes.
Let's get
So,
weird.
so you don't even chew this food. All you really need to do
What?
to eat it is simply kneel down on it, and you will
What the
absorb the
hell?
food and its powers.
I don't
Turkey,
like this.
turkey, bones and all, apples including the core. The pizza we mentioned for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you're gonna eat that fucking box as well. Pausing
That
for
box.
memeable, clippable moments there.
Brr, brr, brr.
So how do you actually eat food by kneeling on it? I ask.
That's what I was wondering.
I don't think I want to know. I don't
Maybe
think.
you have like a cut or a sore, and so it just like absorbs through like your sores, and
Oh, that's much. That's much more cleaner than what I was thinking. Um, you know,
I don't know if that's clean, but
yeah,
that's
well,
what
that's
popped
true.
in my
It's
head.
quite unsanitary, but it's
Ugh.
at least it's better than boofing it, so to speak. But I guess shout out to River City Ransom, another beat 'em up from the '80s, where you actually sit down at a restaurant, order food, and then eat it. The eat animation. It's weird. It's like a big mouth going, "Ah, bah, 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 bah," but it's more civilized
Oh,
than kneeling on it and eating it.
yeah,
Um,
that's weird.
so that's like the peak of the weirdness. I do have more questions. And when you're
Hmm.
playing co-op, you have to decide who eats it and when.
Wait, what?
I only got punched in the face once, but Danelle was just run over by a dude on a motorcycle twice. So clearly, she needs a whole ass turkey on a silver platter more than I do. But does she? Like, can I get like a leg at least, bruh? And why is it all or nothing? It seems like if
Yeah,
we're
you can
marching.
have the dark meat.
Oh, perfect, because I actually prefer the dark meat on poultry.
Mm.
But it seems like if we're marching towards the same goal, saving my girlfriend, not yours, you're helping me anyways. We'll get to that topic later. We should probably be smart about this and share the food. I guess when you're
That's
really
nice.
hungry, all rationale gets thrown out the window. Those bad guys
I'll
are
just
probably hungry
regurgitate
too.
it.
What's that?
I'll just regurgitate it to you in that case if like
Well,
we're
that's
running out
fucking
of food.
gross.
Two
Every,
girls, one cup.
oh, did man, we're gonna.
Two girls, one turkey.
There we go.
Or one girl. I don't
Well,
know.
I'm a boy, so
Exactly. So
there
that
there
didn't
goes
really
that
work.
logic.
But
A
two
boy,
people, one turkey.
a boy, not a man. Um,
I'm a man, not a fish.
no, that's the second half baked for this week reference.
Yeah.
And
My
the bad
bad.
guys are probably hungry too.
That's true. I never thought about that.
But I guess like better, like if I'm not going to eat, it's better that like Danelle eats it instead of them.
they
Like
just
all
eat
of it.
air.
Yeah. So yeah. In conclusion, food, how you obtain it, and what it does for you in beat 'em ups is amazing. Quite frankly, I think it's great. It raises a lot of questions, as you just heard. when you actually think about it. Um, but when you're in those mean streets and you need to act fast, you don't think
Mean
twice about it. You
streets.
just kneel on that whole ass turkey on a silver platter that came out of a garbage can that you broke, and
Done.
you were done. So,
Oh, see,
yep,
I done like a cooked turkey.
done like a whole ass cooked turkey on a silver platter.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what I think about.
That worked for
I
me.
had those thoughts as a kid. Probably less swear words, but same kind of like oh, it's interesting.
I never
Um,
thought about those things. I just like that makes sense to me. It's just how it is.
yeah, no, I mean,
I just accept things for how they are, and it's probably why I am where I am and who I am today.
honestly, thinking is a burden. You know what I mean? I'd like to think less
Me too.
as I
I
get
definitely
older.
think too much, so I just
Think
accept.
think globally, eat whole ass cooked turkeys on a silver
So
platter
flattered. I knew you were
locally.
gonna go
I
there.
am. I can't believe I said that sentence without stuttering. That was great. That was
Stuttering
good.
Stanley.
Um, all right. So we've covered food. We've covered some history. We've covered liquor stores. Danelle
Hmm.
called me Little Kim. She mentioned a certain internet video that should never be spoken into existence again. And by the way, can I just say really quick, since you did mention it and
What?
people are familiar with it, can I tell you something I'm really, really proud of?
What?
I've never seen that video.
Oh, I've seen probably like 2 seconds of it. I've never watched. I can't do like throw up in general. I just refuse to in my life. I just so I probably saw like the first 2 seconds, and after I knew where it was going, I was like, I'm not watching this. So
I
I've
refuse.
actually, I refuse to.
Yeah.
So
People tried to show it to me, and I'm just like, nope. I would like to go my entire life not,
yeah, was
just
not
not.
seeing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good.
I
I have.
agree.
You watched it, Jeff? I know no one can hear Jeff, but
I know. I
you're.
was gonna
Wait,
say,
hold on. Oh, he is distracted. Are you watching it right now, Jeff? All right.
ew. That's why he's smiling.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Jeff seems happy today. Now we know why.
Nice.
Um, all right. You ready for a new
Oh,
segment, Dino? Brought to you by Roundtable Pizza.
yes.
Unofficially, I guess I should say they're not our sponsors, and I'm sure, but they'll probably want to be our sponsors after they hear some of the side
Yeah.
commentary today. I'm sure they want to be
We love
associated
their
with that stuff.
food, so why not?
Yeah,
Why
exactly. What do
not
you care?
take a chance on us?
Exactly.
Why not give us some pizza?
Ooh, nice. Yeah. See, we even have a jingle. Fuck, man. And Bagel Bites
Hmm.
too. Bagel Bites, if you want to reach out and sponsor us, that would be pretty dope. Bagel Bites. They hurt my tum tum, but that's my fault. That's the slogan. Uh, so this new segment, is called "Give Me Back My Girlfriend," and my better looking friend will help me along the way. Why is
Sorry,
he
but your
so eager to
princess is
help
in
me? I
another
wonder.
castle.
Yeah, that's the name of the segment. I got to work on my segment names. They're too long and they have a lot of parentheses and dot dot dots.
Uh,
So
yeah.
so anyways, yeah, the storylines to these games clearly, as you can tell, are wacky, and a lot of them kind of are the same. Beat 'em ups aren't the only genre guilty of this stuff from that time period back in the day, especially, but that's the genre we're talking about today. So I'm going to give
Mm-hmm.
you some examples of old school beat 'em ups that have storylines that are the same but different. Shout out lyrics born for the song "Same but Different." Lots of shout. I like shout outs. So, first one, Double Dragon. Your girl is stolen, and you and your twin brother go to get her back. So that one's not so weird, right? Everyone in the '80s, there was a
Good.
lot of girlfriends that were stolen by street punks, and everyone had twin brothers who could fight in the '80s. So that to me seems normal. But then we mentioned Final Fight before. The mayor's daughter is again stolen; she's kidnapped, and he asked her boyfriend to help. That makes sense so far. But why did the other guy named Guy come along? Like, why does he care so much?
Yeah,
Does he just want to kick people's ass, or
maybe.
is something going on with Guy and the mayor's daughter? I don't know. He seems a
Oh.
little eager to go help out, so that one's a little questionable. But
Hmm.
and listen, I did extensive research on this topic. All right, so
Oh
I'm
God,
learning things as I research as well.
you're a
So Double
learned
Dragon
man.
2,
Hmm.
dude, the street punks fucking shot and killed the girlfriend
They did?
that they stole in the
Wow.
first one, which is
Rude.
crazy. It's quite rude. Quite rude. So now you're like, all right, now we have to kill them all, those fuckers. But what's weird in the arcade flyer for that game, the main character Billy, everyone in the '80s was named Billy as well. He's holding his girlfriend who seems alive. So as you can tell, storylines for arcade games back in the day,
Ridiculous.
nobody fucking gave a shit, right? But
No.
god damn,
Got to
dude,
make the game progress somehow.
yeah, I guess they're like, oh shit, like we have the game. Let's, I don't know, the street punks shot and killed her, so now you're gonna go kill them.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense.
So then we go on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, which is
Oh.
we'll learn a term that Danelle just learned today. That game is goated. Um, so Shredder kidnaps April O'Neil again. More kidnapping. He
gosh.
kidnaps Splinter as well, but he's a rat, so that's easy. You just pick him up, right? But yeah, the amount of kidnapping that goes on in these beat 'em up games is it's a little concerning. And
That's
then,
why it was a big thing in the 80s, I guess, with the
It
kids
really,
getting
no, it really
kidnapped.
was.
It's all
I
video
think
games' faults.
it was kind of yeah.
They do it in the games.
It's like a chicken and the egg type situation, I think.
Chicken in the egg?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't
The
say
chicken
that.
ate the corn, and the corn's in the chicken.
What came first, the chicken or the egg, Danelle?
Uh,
I ate the chicken, and then I ate its leg. Shout out Beastie Boys. Um, so yeah, they get kidnapped. You got to fight hordes of motherfuckers to get her back. At least this time it's like with your other freakish brothers who, like, I don't know, like
Brothers.
the turtles, the Ninja Turtles. They're all in love with April, right? Is that they all have a crush on her?
I would say so.
And like she's kind of like into it, right? I don't. Let's move on. Let's move on. I think that's a topic for another day. We
That's
don't need to talk
true.
about that. So Double Dragon 3. Fuck Double Dragon 3, first of all. That's a core memory that I have. Fuck that game. I hated that game.
Oh,
But
you
you know
didn't
what?
like it.
You know what? I mentioned it just to say no kidnapping.
That's why you didn't like it?
No. Yeah, what the fuck? What am I playing here? Why am I doing this? There's no kidnapping. It's still the brothers kicking ass, but they're like searching for treasure or some bullshit. No, I just didn't like it because it
Oh.
sucked. I thought it sucked. The
Mhm.
Interestingly enough, because we worked in the part of the industry that had microtransactions, this is like
Yeah.
one of the first versions of microtransactions
Oh, really?
in the sense that you could put more quarters into the machine to buy like in-game items and all that kind of
Oh,
shit.
what? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah, fuck that shit, homie. The Simpsons arcade game, Maggie is kidnapped by accident, but for some reason they didn't give her back. That's fucked up. Like they didn't mean
Poor
to kidnap her.
Maggie.
They just wanted the what was like a diamond like binky that she had, and then anyways, yeah, they should have give her back. Kung Fu I mentioned and Renegade. Your girlfriend's stolen in Kung Fu. You go to get her. You don't have a brother or a weird friend that is secretly banging the girlfriend on the side because I don't think there was enough memory to program program that into it back in the day. And then
True.
Renegade, literally, I literally pulled this off the internet. I forget where I found it, but it's like a summary of the game, and this validates pretty much everything I have said in this episode so far. So the summary is: you must
Okay.
fight a variety of street gangs to save your girlfriend from the gangsters. So that is one of the games that,
Interesting.
yeah, street punks, stolen girlfriends, and whole ass cooked turkeys on
Turkeys.
silver platters.
Yeah, dang, I can't even say that.
It's getting harder actually. It's like I got to look in the mirror type. I got to warm up to say whole ass cooked turkeys on silver platters.
I
Unique
like it.
New York. Unique New York.
Yeah.
There
You
we
need
go.
to make a shirt that says that the whole ass turkey on the silver platter.
Oh, more merch.
Yeah, more merch.
Yeah,
That'd be a
and we
fun
could
one.
we could like show the whole ass cooked turkey on the silver platter and have the text. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Gotta
like
get
it.
into the merch game.
For sure. Not enough out there.
All right, I think I have one more example of the storylines.
One more.
I know there's a
One
lot.
more
There's a lot.
time. He's gonna tell us more. All right.
No, keep going, keep going. It's a good song. Shout out Daft Punk. All right, so Final Fight 2, whatever happened between Guy and Cody's girlfriend from the first game must have been squashed, or or Cody found out, because now Guy has a fiance, and this time she's kidnapped. And so,
Oh.
and actually, her father is kidnapped as well. I guess since it's Final Fight 2, they take two people, and Hager's back, and he's helping them get him, and he's still not wearing a shirt, so that's fucking dope. Um, so that's like the storyline. But another thing I've noticed is like the gangs that steal these girlfriends. Like, why are there so many fucking people in this gang? And it's seemingly all of them are sent after two people to stop them. There's like hundreds, if not thousands. And what else is weird is either a lot of them share the same clothes or something because they all look the same. That's kind of
They
weird
probably all
too.
had earrings on their left ear that like dangled
Yeah,
down.
and they had like neon jackets and mohawks
Yeah,
and
exactly. Spikes on their hands.
yeah, a lot of leather,
A
which is
lot of
cool. And
leather.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
it's like there's multiple of these guys that look the same on the screen at the same time. And if you look at their name when you punch them, like in beat 'em ups, when you punch people,
Yeah.
it shows their name and their health bar. A lot of them
Oh.
have the same name,
Oh
including the
God.
ones on the screen at the same time. Now I ask of you, after saying all that, Danelle, what do I ask? What do you think I'm going to ask you?
I don't know. Sorry if the
What
dog's distracting me.
the
He's
fuck?
barking. Oh,
Oh, your
what the fuck?
dog. Hi, dog. But yeah, the
Yeah.
question is what the fuck. So
I
there you
should have
go.
known that. I'm
You should have
distracted.
known that. I told you to keep that in the back of your mind the whole
I
time.
know. Well, my girl distracted me because I was like, "Gosh, I don't want to hear her barking on." I didn't even know if you could hear her, but it was distracting me.
The whole world can hear her. Jeff shaking his head in annoyance. Um, did you ever work on any of these types of games throughout your career, Danelle, at all, or anything close to it?
Um, I'm trying to think now. Here we go
I
about
try to
that
think, but nothing
thinking.
happens.
That
Sorry, go
thinking
ahead. Go
thing.
on. Probably not, right? I mean, I don't know.
Um,
I don't. I technically have because I at OnLive tested like they had like a subscription thing and they put old games on it, and so through that we tested it, but we didn't really test it. We just like, hey, make sure it runs and stuff. So I didn't like truly. I didn't make sure all of the whole ass cooked turkeys on a silver platter actually healed you, that type
I'm
of
probably
thing.
gonna get the genre wrong anyway, so that's why I'm like, did I?
It's
Uh,
okay.
I
You
mean, I'm not that old. I don't even know if they even like have these kinds of games anymore.
No, they still do. I actually was gonna shout out some ones that were upcoming, but then I got bored of that research and I was like, that's fine.
Got
I,
bored
I
of
was just
that
gonna
research.
I'll I don't know. I'll
The
make
first
some
game that I
suggestions.
tested though was Lego Soccer. Yeah.
Where'd you
Sorry,
test
just
that at?
EA.
Oh, okay. Yay. What was your
Um,
favorite thing to buy at lunch on the EA campus? Let's talk about that.
oh my gosh. So actually, they did have these. Speaking of salads that I never ate, but they had a salad, but it wasn't the salad. They made this amazing Parmesan crisp, but it was huge. I mean, like it was like wafer. Like I don't even know how to explain. It was like 5 inch round Parmesan cracker that they put on the side of the salad, and oh my gosh! So I would buy the salad just for this damn cracker.
I think I remember that.
That was like my favorite thing.
Did you ever get the breakfast there from
Yeah, I did, but I was poor still at that
oh,
time in my life. I didn't really buy food. I kind of either, brought something or if I could help it, I wouldn't really spend money on food.
Me too, because entry level, game tester back in
Yeah.
those days did not pay a lot. But what ended up happening a lot was I would bring my lunch and my cute little lunchbox and store it in the fridge on our floor, and then other folks from other QA departments would come up to our floor and raid our fridge, and my lunch got stolen all the time.
What?
Yeah, uh,
Rude?
it was rude.
That's
And
terrible.
so and EA was definitely a time where a lot of people were relaxing
Oh.
and buying
Oh.
hot food when you're nice and relaxed after lunch is,
Yeah.
is nice. It's quite nice. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out. I love the EA kitchen. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the first time I experienced like a really good cafeteria at a work.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
actually, when I was there, it was pretty cheap. I heard, like, I mean, I guess because just as the years go by and inflation in general, people are talking about how expensive their food was. But when I was there, it was cheap.
Yeah, same. Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
that was
supposed to,
another reason to buy it when I could. But I love, yeah, their cafeteria had everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, but you were thinking like, man, do I buy food today or do I save up for that dime bag I'm going to buy at the end of the week? Shout out dime bags.
Dimebag Daryl.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. You have no idea. He's my guitar hero. That Dimebag Daryl. Rest in peace. All right, we're kind of
Rest in
wrapping things.
pizza.
Rest in Roundtable Pizzas, the new unofficial
Yeah.
sponsor of the Double Shift. I
Double
I
shift.
did have a segment that I started called Bangin' Soundtracks because that was the other thing about
Oh.
these beat 'em up games is they had fucking awesome soundtracks. And I was gonna like make a list of them, and don't get me wrong, a lot of them are good. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one's kind of iconic. Final Fight was good.
Mm.
Um, but the only one that you really need is Streets of Rage 2.
Hmm.
In particular, stage 1-2. It's called In the Bar. That
It's a particular stage.
yeah. Oh my God! Like, look up Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack on YouTube or whatever. It is banger after banger after banger. It's kind of like early house music style, but like kind of rocking at the same
Hmm.
time. They use really interesting chords and chord progressions, and like counter melodies, and like it
I
is
don't
just
know.
it's fine. It is a master class in
Masterclass.
yes, in musical composition.
I wish I had some
Um,
context. I wish I knew what you were talking about.
just go get one of those
I
dime
know, but
bags that you've been saving up years
oh
for.
my gosh.
Go on YouTube's tonight, the YouTubes, and fire up the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack, bro.
I will.
That is an order. So
With my
that's
round table pizza and
oh man, yeah, I can't wait. Well, I'm waiting for coupons actually. I need to get them coupons.
I would say
So
have a beer, but I actually bought myself some espresso martinis, so I'm gonna have that.
oh ugh.
Oh, how dare you give me that face?
No, but like espresso martinis with pizza, like with round
No, there's
table
no
pizza.
X. It's espresso. It's not espresso.
I said what I said, and I meant what
I
I said.
most people do actually. I just it's a pet peeve.
Espresso.
Nexpresso.
But that's not my point. Pronunciation aside, coffee flavored anything in pizza is just
Yeah, it probably wouldn't taste good together. The marinara, I don't know if that would go well with coffee.
gonna hurt your tum tum.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
Tum tum in my bum bum.
yeah, yeah, tum tum. There's our third shirt. Tum tum in my bum bum, meaning
Hmm.
meaning I ate too much, and it's got to go somewhere.
Now the toilet's my best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Spray
Um,
that poopery first before though. Shout out
oh,
poopery.
that's a they I believe well maybe going back like 10 or 15 years they sponsor a lot of podcasts. That company
They do?
is that the Squatty Potty company
Oh,
that
what
makes
the heck?
poopery. I believe so.
Squatty potty.
Squatty Potty.
I don't. I like
Yeah.
that. I like those words together though.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
All you need is a good phrase, and then you can sell whatever you want after that. But
That's true. But I have some, and so it's great. You just spray 3 or 4 pumps in the toilet before you go, and there you go.
nice.
Spray before you spray.
Right. Yeah. No, interesting. I don't know about that stuff. Anyways, shout out Poopery, our new sponsor. That, well, what I was actually going to say is they're great, and just in case they are listening, and
Great.
we love them. So yeah, some things you could try out if you're listening. Today is it's Valentine's Day actually, 2025.
It is.
Because this obviously is not going to come out today. So I believe you have about a month left on Humble Bundle. If you don't know what Humble Bundle is, it's a website where they bundle together lots of different things, books, software, but also video games
Yeah,
at a
I've heard
very,
of it.
very low price. And the more you donate, the more goes to charity. It's actually a
Oh, I didn't
really
know that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's a cool concept, and you could get some steals on
I'm
there.
gonna look
Right now,
into
they
it.
have a Capcom Humble Bundle with like 70
Oh,
games in it. A
what?
lot of the games are like older, but a lot of them,
Yeah.
or a few of them, anyways, were mentioned, or that we mentioned rather, are
Yeah.
in that Knights of the Round and Final Fight,
Oh,
along
look
with
at
a
you
ton
tying
of
this
like
all together.
Street Fighters. Oh yeah, so check that out if you haven't played any of these games. If you're either too young to have remembered them, or you're
Or hate
Danelle
games.
and you don't like
Yeah.
video games, but you like pizza, but you don't like salad bars, but you do if it's Sizzler because they have Texas toast and nacho bars and fried chicken. Some other ones to check out really quick. Golden Axe was another classic one. I played a
Hmm.
lot of that at Bullwinkle's. Um, Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill Slaps and Beans. That is a real game title. I
What?
did not make it up.
This is a
Bud,
name?
Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill are iconic spaghetti western kind of comedy actors from back in the day, and they had a beat 'em up game that came out. I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. It actually has a sequel too, but it is the most ridiculous thing I've
Huh.
played.
I gotta check this out just because of the name.
Yeah, like watch the trailer on YouTube if nothing else. The Punisher
Yeah.
is another dope Capcom beat 'em up game. It's actually crazy violent for the time that it came out. In Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is another one I would shout out, and then there's some
Cadillacs
newer
and Dinosaurs.
remakes that came out as well. Maybe not remakes, but like a revitalization of old
Hmm.
series. So Battletoads,
Oh, I've
Streets
heard
of
of
Rage
Battletoads.
4, and Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge are all
Hmm.
excellent newer beat 'em ups. And then there's one that came out that's kind of like a 90s beat 'em up that just came out like, I don't know, a month or two ago. It's
Oh,
Power Rangers Rita's
Power Rangers.
Rewind. I haven't played that, but I would like to. I didn't grow up a Power Rangers fan, but I like the 90s.
I was a
And,
VR Troopers person.
oh my god, I did. I forgot about VR Troopers. Like I'm not.
Virtual reality
Yeah.
troopers. We
And
are VR troopers.
yes, I remember
Yeah.
the jingle. I don't think I was into it,
Now that I think
but
about it, I guess VR was actually virtual reality. I just never put that two together. Even though I
it,
just said the words virtual reality, I never thought of it as like VR.
it's great when you can learn stuff from yourself, Danelle.
It just blew my own mind right now.
Oh my goodness. Any half baked quotes before we wrap it up, or is there anything that you
No, it
want to do?
has to just come to me. You can't force it.
I'm sorry. Uh, my mom had a dog named Buttercup.
Oh,
Nothing. All right, I tried.
no.
Um, yeah.
I think there's a restaurant called Buttercup.
No, you were supposed to say I love butter stuff or whatever. We
Oh,
even talked about it last week, including
I
my
know, but
dog. All right, I tried. I tried. All right, my
as I
bad. I
said,
failed.
you can't force it on me. It's just got to be
Nat,
something that
oh,
naturally,
natural.
all natural, like a good French woman.
Only the good ones, though. Any anything you wanted to bring up? Any segments you had? Any questions about beat 'em ups or ranch or anything like that?
I, I'm at a loss. You just gave me so much to digest today that I don't think I can fit any more thoughts into my brain.
Nice. You're digesting. You're digesting the information, most likely.
I'm kneeling down and I'm digesting the information that you're giving me, and it's absorbing into me right now.
Perfect. You just
Perfect.
you perfect. You
I
just
can't get over you saying that all the time. It's just in my head now. So
like I'm telling you, Street Fighter ruined my life. I mean, like anyone would mention the word, you know, fiber or Kaiser or whatever.
yeah,
What would I
yeah,
say? Fiber.
yes, I know. And now it's ingrained in me. So thank you.
If someone's traveling to Japan, they're not traveling to Japan. They're traveling to Japan. You know, so. Uh,
Absolutely.
if you go to a buffet, what words do you read before the word eat? Oh, you can, right? I mean,
Oh my
fucking
God, that's a new
game
one.
this game ruined my life, but I still love it.
Definitely need that T-shirt.
Yeah, Street Fighter
Street
2
Fighter ruined
ruined
my
my
life.
life,
Yeah.
and whole ass cooked turkeys on a silver
Yes.
platter. It gets
Yes.
harder every time I say it, but I've managed to do it.
You did. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. Um, All right. Well, I guess we could. Let's see. Do we have time for one more topic? Jeff's shaking his head no. That sucks. We didn't get to the main topic that I mentioned at the
The
beginning of the
main
show: rare
squid.
exotic animals that you can own at home. But maybe next week we'll get to our main
Oh.
topic. Um, so if that's it, we will leave you with the double shift toast, which again goes like this. May your gamer score be heavy and your backlog be light. May your connection be strong and your aim precision tight. precision. May your Joy-Cons be as mighty as the ocean, but never should they drift. And for all you QA pirates out there, y'all survived the double shift. Thank you, Danelle. Thank you, Jeff. It's a pleasure as always. Well, it's a pleasure, Danelle and Jeff. Good to see you. And that's it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Goodbye. Say bye, Danelle.
Bye, Danelle.